Tomorrow, a historic winter storm is set to impact the Gulf Coast. I'm meteorologist Hannah Gard with Fox 8 New Orleans. Arctic air has already taken over the country as we have cold weather alerts extending from the northern plains all the way down to the Gulf Coast. We're also seeing a winter storm warning, that area in pink, in effect from the tip of Texas all the way through parts of Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. Right now, a low pressure system is forming in the Gulf near the tip of Texas, and that low pressure system is going to start to move north, interacting with Arctic air and bringing moisture that's going to cause winter weather. Heavy snowfall is expected in parts of East Texas and southern Louisiana, and then that streak of snow goes all the way to the southeastern coast as well. So let's look at some models for Louisiana that's going to take the brunt of the heavy snowfall. This is the HRRR. In the latest run, we're seeing really high snow totals across the bayou parishes up through the New Orleans metro, where we could see 8 inches or more of snow. This model is a little bit bullish on the snow totals. Let's compare it to another high-resolution model. This model has higher totals in the bullseye near Lake Charles and a crossover to the north of Baton Rouge. But for the New Orleans metro, it still has 4 to 5 inches of snow. So here's your Fox 8 weather team's forecast. We are forecasting a swath of 5 to 8 inches possible from Lake Charles all the way up through Metro New Orleans and Slidell. Isolated totals of over 8 inches up to 10 inches are possible in that area as well. It's also looking likely that snow will fall all the way down toward the coast. South of the New Orleans metro, we could see 4 to 6 inches for places like Houma. Farther down in the coastal areas in Terrebonne and southern Lafourche, we could see 2 to 4 inches of snow. And even the mouth of the river could get snow accumulation with 1 to 3 inches of snow possible. This is in alignment with the National Weather Service, whose high-end snowfall amounts are up to 10 inches in those areas up to the north. That would be the max, and then up to 4 inches down near the coast. The snowfall will begin late Monday night and very early Tuesday morning, starting as a wintry mix for far southern areas and a snow to the north, and then becoming snow for everybody throughout the course of the morning. Because of this, the winter storm warning is in effect from midnight on Monday through midnight Tuesday. Snowfall will then persist throughout the day until we get to about 5 or 6 in the evening. That's when things will start tapering off. We start off seeing a wintry mix because Tuesday morning, if you look at the temperatures, they're still right around or right above freezing on the South Shore, so we have to see them fall a little bit more before we see snow, whereas in our northern tier, we're seeing 20s already. But then later in the day on Tuesday, as we start to see the snow ramping up, we're going to have widespread temperatures below freezing. Now, with that snowpack on the ground, that's going to make for incredibly frigid temperatures on Wednesday morning. We could see teens and low 20s across the area. That will make for wind chills in single digits and teens area-wide, which is incredibly dangerous cold. Temperatures on Wednesday are still going to be in the 30s as well, so anything that we see accumulate will struggle to melt, and that'll depend on the sunshine and what our temperatures get to. But anything that melts on Wednesday is going to refreeze overnight into Thursday. This is Thursday morning. We're seeing widespread 20s. That's going to mean black ice. So here's some tips before the storm hits. So today you need to get all these preparations done. People, pets, pipes, and plants all protected. Make sure that you wrap your pipes, even on the South Shore, especially if you have a raised home, but even if you have a slab house. Also, anytime it falls to 26 degrees, we want to make sure we're dripping our faucets. So area-wide, make sure you drip your faucets North Shore each night through Thursday morning. And then for the South Shore, you definitely want to drip the faucets overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday. Make sure, though, that you only drip those faucets at night because we don't want to put a burden on our water supply. During the day, as temperatures get above freezing, you can turn the faucets off. You also need to be prepared to shelter in place for at least 24 hours with food, heat, and shelter. That's going to be from late Monday night all the way through potentially Wednesday afternoon. Fill your car and generator or your heat sources, and make sure you watch the exhaust with snow accumulation especially. Also practice generator and space heater safety. And this one, we are not used to this down here. If you get accumulating snow on your car, so you have a couple inches of snow on the hood of your car, do not drive until you clear that off with some sort of brush or an ice scraper, because if you drive with that, it's going to be a visibility hazard to you and the people around you, and you can see ice flying off your car, which is dangerous to others. And make sure you have ways to stay tuned into the forecast. If you can watch TV, download the Fox 8 weather app so you can watch our live stream in case the power goes out. And with that, we could see heavy snow causing power outages, so make sure that you have all of your electronics charged and a way to keep warm if the power does go out. This is going to be a historic snow event and definitely the most snow that many of us have seen in our lifetimes. For New Orleans, keep in mind we're forecasting 5 to 8 inches of snow, and in recent history, the most snow we've seen was 4.5 inches in 1963. The Great Blizzard before that was in 1895 when we saw 10 inches of snow on Valentine's Day. Today is your last day to prepare, so make sure you run through the checklist and have everything ready to go as we hunker down later tonight. And if the kiddos go outside to make a snowman tomorrow, make sure they're bundled up.